Today we're going to start in a different location. Today we are starting at our San Clemente site. And this site is our backup broadcast site for our main station. And actually I've got the camera sitting on top of the backup transmitter. And over here is the big beast that used to be our main transmitter back in the day. And we're talking like 20 plus years ago, over 20 years ago. So what we're doing down here today is more than just maintenance. We're actually building a mini studio down here. So what my plan is today is to build this little studio, kind of run some audio through that. So now if we had to, we can bring everything down here and run the station from down here at this facility with minimal interruption. So I've already got things in the rack. Now I was only trying to minimize my stuff. Well, let me back up. Let me explain to you what equipment we're using. So I'm building the studio with some spare Axia stuff that I have. And Axia is built by a company called Telos Systems. And what it is essentially audio over IP. You may have heard of voice over IP, and that's for phones. But audio over IP provides uncompressed, perfect quality audio over a data cable. So you have nodes and you have console engines and you have different devices that convert the audio from analog, basically from sound, to actual bits and data. Now, this looks messier than it really is, plus I've undone some of the things that were holding up all the cables, so don't judge on the messiness of the cables at the moment. So my hope was that I could take the console engine, which is over here, which is going to be what runs the console, which is right here, and it's just one of those flat panel ones that have the knobs, kind of old school looking, kind of cool. But I took it out of our production room that we weren't using, the one that has 3 positions. So we still have 2 positions over there, but we weren't really using it. And I forgot that this has so few inputs and outputs on the back of the engine for the console. So it means I still need to keep the Axia node that I have down here. But the other thing is that this box right here is also Axia, Telos. And what it does is it has 8 bi-directional encoders. So we have a T1 line that comes down here, and we have backup audio coming from the station down here for the backup transmitter. And then we also have for the backup satellite uplink, which is outside. So this is what I was talking about. This is the mix engine, the console engine. And this is the back side of the console, this black panel here. Now, this black panel is, let me show you, we run around, ow, caught the corner. So this is the console. And it's kind of old school, has the rotary pots on it. Yeah, kind of cool. This is the console engine, and here's the Axia node. And then we've got our audio processor. This takes the audio and gives it some compression, some limiting, some EQ, and turns it into basically RF for the backup transmitter. All right, now it's time to plug some things in. And this cable is going to be my uplink to the switch that I have out there. Cable to go from this guy to here, and then from this guy to the Omnia. Oh wait, this already has one. Plug that into there. Okay, I need to remember to get the cable for the console. It's not your standard Cat5 cable. It's what's called CAN bus, and it's kind of what's used in automotive control and things like that. So like your car data and all that stuff is done by CAN bus, basically. I plugged power in. Let's see here. Oh, things are lighting up. Yes. Now we need to be on the correct IP address range, so I have to statically assign the IP address on the computer. And that is So because everything is by IP, we have to make sure that everything is configured with a unique IP address, gateway, netmask, etc., etc., etc. The ID is going to be 402. So each channel, each audio source has a channel number, and it's a multicast address. Short story, it's a multicast address that's shortened into a number from 1 to 32,000 something or other. It has all these different channel numbers, and each channel number has to be unique. So in this case, channel 402 is decoder 2 on the iPort. So it's good to get all of our software up to date. So let's see, I just hit reboot, and okay, things are not reconnecting. Why not? Uh-oh, I think I broke it. Wait, I think. Yay, okay, everything's back. Haha. So that software is updated. Audio is passing back and forth. All right, now we need to get microphones connected, get headphones connected, and then I think we should be good. Let me check my core, which is the mix engine for the Axia stuff here. Let me make sure that is set correctly, or has the most current software. All right, let's select 2403, change active bank, and that will reboot it. All right, let's see what happens here. Let's see, let's put K-Wave program on here. Hey, look at that. We've got audio passing. Yay. We have these old mics. They look like shavers. But these are these Sennheisers? MD421. They've just been sitting around in our storage area on the shelf for a long time. So let's put them to use. We'll save them down. We'll keep them down here. They'll stay here. But I need to get them connected. Maybe what I'll do is, though I don't leave them set up, is that we just, maybe we get like a case down here that we can store everything in. Because we don't need to have this on like hot standby. Let's head over here. Oh look, I've got levels. I've got levels. And actually, these levels aren't too bad. These levels aren't too bad. But I have no idea what this sounds like. I have a solution for that as well. Oh, missing the power supply for this guy. Okay, maybe no headphones today. Okay, so I thought I had all my power supplies. Apparently not. But let me just show you guys this one device. So this is a Henry Engineering Talent Pod. And what you can do is you can plug the mic into this. So it gives you a mic on, mic off for where the talent is sitting, if they're sitting away from the console. There's a momentary mute, and that's right here, that cough button. They'll have headphones, and they can hear their headphone locally as well as the return, what's coming back. So in this case, we'll probably just use return because the headphone itself will be the console itself will be generating the headphone feed. And then these things just link to each other. So each of these boxes will allow the same feed to feed it. So it's kind of a cool, convenient system. I just forgot to bring the power supplies for them. Okay, so one of the cool things is I can use the failover on the audio processor. So that way the studio is kind of in like a standby mode. So if I need to turn this site on remotely because there's something going on up at Santiago Peak, all I have to do is remote control in, turn it on. Now, if for some reason we need to come down here and use the facility, the studio side of this thing, and once I finish getting everything put in, and I'm not available to put it in or to turn it on, then all they have to do is just start generating audio from here. So now you can see, I don't know if you can see right there. Okay, so I'm generating tone basically. And so right now it's solid. You can see that there's just tone. That's the primary. Turn that off. And so what'll happen then is I get a 12-second countdown, and then it fails over to the analog side input of this. So it's using Livewire as the primary. There it is. There's the analog backup, which is directly from the studio. Well, now it's time to move on to getting rid of all the weeds that are outside. So yeah, let's head outside for that.